you like Zelda? Well, today I'm going to be showing off some cool ass Zelda worlds I found in this game, because there's actually quite a bit. Of course, I can't show off every cool Zelda world because we'd be here on hours on end, but I'll show a good handful in this video. Starting with the world we're in right now. The Milk Bar DX by Y. A remastered version of the bar from Majora's Mask. And it's really awesome. Me and a few friends used to come here all the time. And it's got all that a milk bar should, like drinkable jugs, Chateau Armani, baguettes, tangerines, fucking toy cow. The jugs and the cups are refillable at the big barrel of milk. Another cool thing being the lens of truth, which you can use to find stuff around the map. And who knows what you'll find. Could be some little secrets, could be rupees, could be a whole ass cow, could be anything. Another cool feature is if you come over to here on the stage and press this poster, the entire lighting and the music changes. See, now this is milking music right here. I know what I said, damn it, let's move on. But what's cool is there is another version of this world, which is called Milk Bar DX Halloween. The same map, but now Halloween theme, and with a few new Easter eggs here and there that you can find throughout the map. Some of them being spooky themed. Yeah, all the stuff you could do in Milk Bar, like with the refilling of the jugs and everything, you could do in here as well. But yes, now we're done with the Milk Bar. Next world. Ew, what the hell is that?
A little birdie told me that you wanted to get into the temple.
Yeah?
It's heavily guarded by a whole bunch of Gerudo. You're bound to get captured.
Okay, so what do I do?
To get past them, you must follow these very important steps.
Yeah?
Damn, your eyes are pretty.
Yeah, I'm out. Well, fuck. At least it seems like they didn't take any of my equipment. Where's my penis? Ocarina of Time 3D by Gigi Spas, or Gigi Spas? If I mispronounced that name, I'm very stupid, I'm sorry. This is already one of the best Zelda worlds in VRchat. From the textures, the lighting, the effects, particles, it all looks fantastic, and to me, just like the game, if not better. What separates this one from most Zelda worlds, though, is the interactability, the mechanics, and the UI. I say most because there's another Zelda world that I'm going to show off later that also has UI, mechanics, and all that stuff, so where do I begin? It's like Ocarina 3D, you have the bottom screen that you can summon at any time by double-clicking both triggers by your head. I don't know what it is on keyboard, but there's instructions in the beginning, so once you open it, you can see everything. You can see your hearts, your rubies, items, gear, who else is in the world, and you can equip it and pull it out by either pressing the button or double-clicking the left side of your head. See? And since you have hearts, you can actually take damage too. Like from that big ass boulder protecting the Kokiri sword. And just like true Zelda fashion, you can invade people's homes, break shit, and steal their money. From what I believe, this is still a work in progress. So certain areas like the Gerudo Fortress, Castle Town, etc. are not go-toable yet. But you can still go to like Kakariko Village and the Fishing Hole and whatnot. I just think it's really sick that VRchat has a lot of great worlds now based on other video games. And you can really tell by a lot of these worlds that the people that are making them, they put a lot of effort and passion to it. But on to the next map, which is another Ocarina of Time world that I really like. And it's called Loneliness in Hyrule by Weirdo Lover. But that's going to be a short summary because this is pretty much Ocarina of Time, but in like a somber, chill, exploration vibe. Just has a lot of really like cool lighting, cool fog, really chill and relaxing music. It has some extra details and differences too. You got floating rupees, you got some like cool new trees sprinkled around here and there, and some of them are like really huge. You got a few NPCs chilling around here and there, and the typical time looks pretty cool. You can also go into like some of the houses and whatnot. Now, one little issue with this world, I don't know if they fixed it or not because I'm not on desktop. So you transition from the different places by clicking an invisible button that teleports you to the next place. For some reason, desktop people can't click those, or they can't click some of them. Now, I don't know if they fixed that yet or not because I'm not on desktop, but I remember some of my desktop friends really running into that issue a lot. Unless they fixed it, then ignore everything that I just said. But before switching worlds, I gotta show you the man, the myth, the legend himself. Move aside, Sidon, because there's a new slippery hunk in town, and his name is King Zora. Look at this absolute unit. Like, damn. He's kind of looking like a whole ass It's like Humpty Dumpty but wet, don't get too excited. Next world. Ocean Homeworld by Baku. From Wind Waker, of course. A very little world that lets you just chill on one of the posts and look at all the landmarks. Tower of Gods, Dragon Roost, Windfall Island, etc. Even has a day and night cycle. And be it that the world is so small, you can easily make it your homeworld, just in case you ever want a Zelda homeworld that you can quickly load into. That looks nice and runs really well too. But yeah, small world, small summary, so on to the next one. The next one being Hyrule Castle Town by MD or I'm Die. If both of those are wrong, I'm sorry, I'm stupid as hell. Now there are a shit ton of Twilight Princess worlds in this game. I'll probably show off more of them in like another video, because I love Twilight Princess, it's one of my favorite games. I could also say that about the other Zeldas as well, they're all like some of my favorite games. For the sake of a scenery change though, I decided to go with the castle. It's a big ass town with a big ass castle and big ass doors. And if you go into some of these big ass doors, they'll take you to a different area, maybe even avatars. In the actual game, I always really liked this area. It was very open, very big, it felt alive. And you can scare the shit out of people as a wolf. You can go to Mallow Mart and get poor shamed, or you can do a big ass side quest and go back to Mallow Mart and get boogied on. The choice is yours. But yes, now on to the next world. That world being Poe's Nightclub by Texelsaur. Well, it seems that my left controller has lost tracking. I love my Rift S so much, it's so cool. It's one of my favorite worlds in VRchat. It being a nightclub themed around Zelda. The lighting, the effects, the water, the fairies flying around here. It's all really cool. Got some arcade machines, some cats on the wall. You got a downstairs and upstairs. Big ass video player that you can pit things on. And the lighting on the dance floor will react to whatever you put on that video player. The Forest Temple is one of my favorite dungeons in Zelda, so it's cool that someone just turned it into a straight up dance club. So I can still do gestures, I can still move, but I just can't move my arm at all. Wow. It's got a lounging area with tables and chairs on the patio. And how you enter the nightclub is that spirally doorway from the Forest Temple. Yes, on to the next world after I fix my left hand. That world being Skyloft by Machinelius. From Skyward Sword. Decided to go with this one because you can fly and it has a day and night cycle, which I thought was pretty sick. Not too much to say about this one, it just looks decent and it's just fun to mess around with the flying settings, and it's cool to see Skyloft at nighttime and fly around like a dumbass. Yeah, just a really fast one that I wanted to show off because I think it's just fun to play around in, and it runs really well too. I'm at 80 surprisingly right now on my shitty PC. Next world. Orden Village by D-Champs or Des-Champs. I really hope one of those are right. Look, I know it's just a normal little village, but it has a lot of nostalgia for me. Because I remember getting this game for my birthday, booting this up, and hearing this music, and seeing the village for the first time and everything. So when I unwrapped my present and realized that there was a new Zelda game just out of the blue, that shit blew my mind as a kid. And to this day, that box art goes hard as fuck. And this Orden Village world is really well done. Got the wind blowing on the bird whistle grass stuff, clickable vines, really good lighting, butterflies, a chicken that walks around and if you get close to it, it runs away. Understandably so, because I'm a sheep with a big ass head, I'd run away from me too if I was a chicken. Next world. The Great Plateau by Colonel McColonel. From Breath of the Wild, and this map is so beautiful and so well done. Fully animated starter sequences, just like the game, the title screen, the music, the pick-upable sound effects. It's pretty crazy. And it plays out almost exactly like how the Great Plateau plays out. With the waking up, the getting the Sheikah Slate, going outside and seeing the vast world with the title screen. It's pretty freaking awesome to see. Got pick-upables such as mushrooms, apples, an axe. And when you pick them up, it makes the same sound effect from Breath of the Wild too. And then you can start your entire journey of walking through the Great Plateau by going that big ass rock thing over there and pitting your Sheikah Slate inside of it. And watch as the Sheikah Tower comes from underground right in front of you, fully animated and everything. Then you can get the Sheikah Tower teardrop shit that gives you the map, and then you can watch Phantom Gen and get butthurt and scream. And then from there, it's up to you to go around the entire island to get all 4 of the Sheikah thingies. It doesn't have any trials in it like the actual game. You go in there, you get your bubble, and then you get out, and then you move on to the next one. But regardless, it's still awesome just to see the entire Great Plateau explorable and fully animated and stuff like that in VR. I have a shit PC, so I'm running at like fucking 21 FPS right now. If you're on desktop or you have a stronger PC for VR play, this map should run better for you. Yes, I think it's time to move on to the next world. That world being
Hey, Big
Fucking
Sis.
hell, what?
Can I finally have some shot to our body? It's getting late, you promised. Yo, that shit was bussin'. But Big Sis, why did you let me drink it? I've asked so many times, and every time you're just like,
No, you're not allowed to drink it. It just felt like the right time.
well, I can't argue with that. I'm getting cooler with the bow and arrow every day. Anyway, Big Sis, I'm tired as hell. I'll meet you upstairs for bedtime.
Majora's Mask by Nisha Wolf and Packer. And again, I say this is one of the best and most well-crafted Zelda worlds in VRchat. Textures, lighting, shaders, animations, it's all spot on. And from what I can tell, it might just be the entirety of Termina inside this world. From Clock Town to Snow Peak to Woodfall, Great Bay, and Stone Tower, it's all here. And the coolest part that I think is super impressive, it's all seamless. From what I explored, there's no transitions. Every area has been linked together. And some entry points and doors that would go to a black screen and load you into a different area have been redesigned to accommodate for the seamless transitions. And to me, I think that's sick as hell, and super impressive. And now because of the seamlessness, you can see everything from a distance. The ginormous draw distance now lets you see the entirety of Termina just by standing on the clock tower itself. And of course you got the iconic moon. Always there, always staring, always watching. That is one ugly ass moon, damn.
Say to my fucking face, you piece of shit.
Yes, now let's talk about mechanics of this map. Because just like the Ocarina of Time one from earlier, this one also has custom UI and custom mechanics. Like even when you start this map, you get to see the title screen, you get to choose your language, there's avatars to the right if you want to play as any of those, they're pretty cool. You can choose between Adventure Mode and Sandbox Mode. It's not recommended to play on Adventure Mode because, of course, it's not done yet, so it is recommended for now that you use Sandbox Mode so you can experience all the items in the map and whatnot. So just like the Ocarina of Time one, you double click both sides of your head to open your menu. Deck news about the map, you can look at your gear, you can equip the items on your right hand and left hand by clicking on the item with your right hand or your left hand. You can look at the map and you can click on any of the circles to teleport to the owl statues in that area for fast travel. Just like the game, but without playing a song, at least for now. And if you're the master of the world, you can actually mess with the clock. You can make it go faster, slower, you can make it pause completely. If you turn on Halloween mode, and as a big fan of spooky shit, that's pretty awesome. And you can pretty much fast forward to any hour of any day. And a mechanic that I think is super cool that they got working in here is the Deku Flowers. So there's a brand new room right behind the clock tower, so you go in it and it's actually the photography shop from Wind Waker. There's empty squares and empty like frames all over the walls. So maybe that's supposed to be like a future thing where they take like community photos and like put them in there and whatnot. Another cool thing is if you click on the NPCs, you get to see different animation cycles and emotions they would go through and whatnot. So that's a neat little feature.
Hey, sweetie, would you like to play a game to win this prize?
Yeah, sure.
Don't you dare, you fucking bitch.
I love Majora's Mask. It's one of my favorite games. Yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but a lot of effort and passion went into this world, and it's awesome as hell. But yep, that's it. For this video at least. If you made it to the end and was able to sit through my dumbass skits, I highly appreciate it, and I thank you for watching. Just like my Sonic Worlds video, I try to get a lot of like footage for the worlds and explain them pretty well, if not some of them being brief. I worked about 6 days to a week every night to get this video done, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to subscribe, go right ahead. Make video game based stuff. Yes, that's it for this video, so I will see you all later. Bye bye.